Boom. All right, cool. So we can see me, we can hear me, we Gucci. So here's the deal. Everything that we want to happen in life is a process, and everything that we don't want to happen in life is a process. Nobody wants to quit, but quitting is a process. Everybody wants to win, and winning is a process. All right, think about it. Everybody wants to win. Winning is a process. Nobody wants to quit, but quitting is a process. How is quitting a process? We've talked about this a lot. Quitting is a process because nobody wakes up and say, you know what, I'm done with whatever it is that they're doing. Nobody wakes up and says that. What happens is there's a series of events that take place over the course of time, and they begin to build up, and that's what makes a person quit. They don't wake up and say, I'm just done. The reason the person becomes successful because over the course of time, they engage in activities that's going to allow them to be successful. And because they continuously engage in those activities with the right set of emotions, with the right mentality, they're now seen as successful. But what they did is nothing that the unsuccessful person couldn't do. So the unsuccessful trader and the successful trader are one and the same. They're going through the exact same thing because when an unsuccessful trader gets started in IML and a successful trader gets started in IML, what happens? They both have to go through the basics of the academy. They both have to go through technical analysis. They both got to get on IML TV. They both got to begin to try to use the products and everything. They go through the same exact process. But why does one person quit and one person succeed? Why does one person become a Brittany Burrell or a JBL, or one person becomes a nobody and they quit and they become a 30-day entrepreneur, a 60-day entrepreneur? Because they couldn't sustain in the process. And what I want you to understand is everything that you go through in life, period, is going to be a process. So the rate at which you have success is all based on your ability to be able to properly manage the change. It's going to be based on you managing the change, rolling with the change of being an entrepreneur, rolling with the change of mind, rolling with the idea of changing of mentality, rolling with the idea of changing the people that you hang out with. Can you stay in the process long enough? Watch this. Can you stay in the process long enough for God to remove the people that don't need to be in your life out of your life? Can you stay in the process long enough for God to move the people that need to be in your life into your life? Can you stay in the process long enough for God to give you that little intricate that you needed to take you to master trader status? Can you stay in the process long enough? Can you stay in the process long enough for God to work that spirit of patience in you that you need to deal with the 500 people that's going to be on your team when you're a chairman 10? Can you stay in the process long enough? See, most people think that their blessings or their gift, the things that they want, is all based on them and their sheer ability to get it, and it's not. If I work hard, I go chairman 10. It's not all about that. If I work hard, I become a master trader. It's not all about that. It's about your emotional, your mental fortitude in the midst of you being in the process. Because so many times we're asking for blessings, we're asking for a promise that we're not ready to receive yet because we haven't went full out through the process.
Hold on, he preaching right now.
I am. Right?
So mute your line, bro.
Yeah, mute your line if you can, because I am preaching. People need to get this. Because here's the deal. When somebody is going through a process and they're taking out of the process too soon, what do you get? You get a mess. Imagine on Thanksgiving just passed, and grandma put the pumpkin pie in the oven. I believe that's how you make pumpkin pie. You got to put it in the oven. And grandma takes the pumpkin pie out too early. I didn't mean to say pumpkin pie. I meant to say sweet potato pie. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Forgive me. Sweet potato pie. Yeah, my bad. Sweet potato pie. Grandma takes the sweet potato pie out of the oven too soon. What do you get? You get a soft, lofty cake. She takes the red velvet cake out of the oven too soon, out of the process too soon. You get a messed up cake. The same thing happens in life. When somebody's going through their process and they step out of the process too soon, they can't walk into the answer that they were looking for. Because the answer to your problem is on the path of the process. But if you step out of the process too soon, you will never walk into the answer. Do you follow me? If you step out of the process too soon, you will never shake hands with the person at Walmart that's going to take you to chairman 10. If you step out of the process too soon, you will never get on IML TV, that session when Christopher Derrick is just giving away all his sauce, and you missed it because you got out of the process too soon. Why do people get out of the process too soon? Because people don't have a vision. If I had a vision, why would I get out of the process? If I knew exactly what the end looked like for me, why in the world would I get out of the process? Ebony Austin, does that make any sense? It doesn't. My battery thing popped up, so I didn't even see your reaction if you did anything. But I'm gonna assume you said no, that don't make any sense, because it doesn't. If I know exactly what the end looks like for me, what am I quitting for? So why is that important? Because right now, if you haven't done this already, going into 2019, you have to create a vision for your year. Going into 2019, you need to create a vision for your year. Write that down. I need to create a vision for my 2019. Most people don't have a vision for 2019, and 2019 is already here. How much money do you want to make in 2019? How much money do you want to save in 2019? What do you want your credit score to go to in 2019? How much of a better trader do you want to be in 2019? How many sources of income do you want to leverage in 2019? What do you want your 2019 to look like? Because once you know what your 2019 look like, you will do every activity that you need to do within IML for every dream that you want in 2019 to happen. But if you don't know what 2019 look like, what in the world are you working hard for? See, if you don't want to make an extra $24,000 a year in your business, if you don't know that's the goal for you, and you don't have a goal that you're shooting for, it's going to be so easy for you to quit along the process. It's going to be so easy for you to complain along the process, because you don't know what lays on the other side of the process. And what's on the other side of the process is the promised land. That's what's on the other side of the process. See, the process is so important. And sometimes when we're along our process, we wonder why the process is taking longer than it took somebody else. We're wondering, why was this person's process shorter? Why was this person's process? Why? We catch ourselves looking at everybody else's lane, looking at their process. But when we're looking at their process, we never saw the seed. What am I telling you? You never judge another person's harvest when you never saw their seed. Never judge another person's harvest when you never saw their seed. Because when you stop judging other people's harvests, you will stop wondering when your harvest is going to come. When you stop looking at other people's, why is this person, they've been trading the same time as me? How come they know how to trade and I don't know how to trade? And because you have those thoughts, you start having the thoughts of, I can't do this, I'm about to quit. All because you begin to look at somebody else's process. See, comparison is the thief of all joy. And you got to keep your eyes on your process. You can't focus on this person's been in IML 6 months. They're platinum 2000. I've been in IML 12 months. Why am I not a platinum 2? What am I not doing? Man. And you begin to get in that state of comparison. And you begin to slow down the time that is going to take you to get to the other side of the process due to complaining, due to the bad emotions. But again, guess what else is a process? Success is a process. The person that you're complaining about, the person that you're hating on right now, the person that you're comparing yourself to, man, if only you could see what they were doing when we weren't watching their highlights. If only we could see what they were doing when we weren't just looking at their screenshots of profits. Man, if only we could see the hours that people put in before they post the profits. Right? Because what I want you to understand is you got to go in 2019 with a clear mind. You got to go in 2019 with a clear focus. Because if you go in 2019 with a vision written down for your life, you wrote a clear vision for your life, right? But if you go in 2019 comparing yourself to other people's processes, that vision is going to be null and void. Because this is why. Anytime you say, cool, I'm looking at this person over here, I'm looking at what they got. I'm looking at this person over here. I'm looking at what they have, and I'm looking at what I have, and I'm like, man, I just don't have enough. I'm trading. I'm making $22 a day. It's people in Africa that don't make that in a month, and I'm making it in a day, but it's just not enough. So every time you do that, every time you look at somebody else's process and wonder and compare and ask questions as to why you're not there, why you're where you're at, and you begin to complain, all you're doing is sowing seeds of ungratefulness, because you're telling God, like, yeah, bro, this is dope. I'm glad I'm making $22 a day, but it's just not enough. Yeah, I have the fortitude, I have the brain power to be a trader, but it's just not enough. I have the money to invest into IML for education, even though somebody else don't. But you know what? It's just not enough. So every time we compare our process to somebody else's process, all we're doing is sowing seeds of ungratefulness. And ungratefulness will close every door that you want. So when you write that vision down and you begin to take part in the process, you can't compare your journey to nobody else's. You can't compare your highlights, there's somebody else's highlights, to your beginning. You can't compare, you know, their chapter 13 to your chapter 1, however they say it, right? So we got to be focused on the vision that we create for 2019. And this is why I thought of this scenario today and I couldn't wait to use it, right? What time is it? Let me see what time we got. So it's 10:36, perfect. Think about this. I go on the internet and I order a pair of Gucci shoes, right? Matter of fact, not even me. You go on the internet and you order a pair of shoes to your liking. So I'm gonna use YSL. I'm really liking YSL right now. So I go on the internet, I type in eastlaurent.com and I order these shoes. After I order the shoes, guess what it's gonna say? This order is gonna take 1 to 3 business days to process. This order is gonna take 1 to 3 business days to process. Now, within that 1 to 3 business days, Ebony, I can't do anything but wait on the order to finish processing. That's all I can do. I can't do anything else because it says this order is being processed and it's going to take anywhere between 1 to 3 business days. Why am I at peace with the order being processed? This is why I'm at peace. Because I have a written receipt, I have written proof, I have evidence that the YSL shoes are on the way. Why? Because I have a written piece of evidence. That's how I know they're on the way. So if I write my vision down for 2019, that means my blessing is on the way. But if I don't write it down, it's not on the way. I don't have any evidence. So why am I going through the process? But if I shoes, listen to me, go with me. Because when I order my shoes, my YSL shoes, it's going to say this order is going to take 1 to 3 business days of process. During this time period, I know there is nothing I can do but wait on the shoes to finish processing. But we're not done, because this is what happens. In the midst of me waiting on the shoes to finish processing, I got my receipt right here. So I'm not worried if anything goes wrong, because I know if anything goes wrong, I got my receipt and I can take it back to YSL and say, look, I got my receipt. I at least need my money back because I put the time in to order the shoes. Y'all didn't send my shoes yet. I need my money back. If you got your phone on loud, can you put it on mute, please? Because I'm in my bag right now. Thank you. So if I order the shoes from YSL, anything goes wrong, anything happens, I'm cool. If the process takes a little longer than normal, I'm cool because I got my receipt. If trading takes a little longer than normal, if going chairman 10 takes a little longer than normal, I'm cool because I got my receipts. Write the vision, make it plain, and whoever sees it will run. I'm cool, so I got my receipt. So guess what happens? They send me another email. Listen, who? Queen, Devon Crockett. They send me another email. They say your order has been processed and now your shoes are available to ship. Brittany Burrell, my shoes are available to ship, right? So now there's another process that I must wait, because now they're going to say these shoes are going to take anywhere between 3 to 5 business days, 5 to 7 business days, 7 to 14 business days. Let's just say they say anywhere between 5 to 7 business days. I know for a fact within 5 to 7 business days, there's nothing that I can do except wait on the shoes. There's nothing I can do except wait on the shoes because I can only control what I can control. There's nothing I can do. All I got to do is wait. So now, if the shoes don't come within the 5 to 7 business days, guess what I can do, Aquan? Guess what I can do? I can call YSL. I can send YSL an email and say, YSL, man, my shoes have not gotten here yet. Or better yet, guess what I can do? I can log in and track my shoes. I can log in and track my shoes. And I can see right where my shoes are at in the midst of the process. So let's just say this 5 to 7 day order took 14 days for me to come. My shoes still came. How did I know my shoes were still going to come? Because I had the proof to say that they were on the way. My question for you is, are you going to write down the proof that your shoes are on the way? This is why you need the evidence. This is why you need the evidence. What is faith? Faith is the substance of things hoped for. I've been hoping on my shoes. I ordered my shoes. So I'm hoping on my shoes. I'm hoping to go chairman 10, right? I'm hoping to become a master trader. This is my hope. This is what we sell people. We sell people hope, right? I went from selling dope to selling hope. This is where we're at right now, right? So selling hope. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, but it's the evidence of things not seen. What is a receipt? Proof. What is proof? Evidence. So once you write down a vision for 2019, that's your evidence of something not physically seen, but it's the substance of something that you're hoping for. My God. My goodness. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. I'm hoping to go chairman 10, but the evidence of things not seen. How do I make something evidence? How do I get proof? Right? I have to write something down. I have to have some paperwork. When somebody gets locked up, guess what? The DA, they got proof. The DA, they got evidence. So you're going to need evidence for this goal that you want. You're going to need evidence because when you're in the process, man, listen, somebody's going to tell you it's not going to work. But guess what you got? You got evidence because you wrote it down. That's how you know it's done. God said, make the vision and write the vision and make it plain. And I will give you the desires of your hearts. That's what it says in the Bible. So if these are the promises, man, that's all I got to do and put in the work, because faith without works is dead. Listen, it's done. So faith, the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. So you got to have the vision for your 2019, for your IML business, for your life period, for your credit score, for the car you want to drive, for everything. Your life should be designed. And once you design it, you should have a clear plan on how you can do it. Because if you don't have a clear plan, it's not a real goal. It's just a wish. It's just a wish. And we don't get what we wish for. We don't get what we wish for. So again, understand along your process, it's going to be emotions that you're going to have to keep intact. It's going to be a mentality that's going to have to be developed. And once you know that something is done, once you carry that receipt of proof around you, that allows you to help believe that it's done. But you need the receipt. People ask me how I'm always at peace in the midst of everything that goes on in my life, whether it's good or bad. How am I always at peace? If you call me with problems, I may give you the most mellow answer. And you're like, yo, man, this dude, man, what's wrong with this dude? I'm at a state of peace because I understand that everything is done because I have the proof to tell me that it's done. And once you have a vision, you lock onto that vision. You don't let things bother you, because here's the deal. I got a perfect reason to use this chart wall here. Here's the deal. People are going to tell you on your entrepreneurship journey that success looks like this. This is you. They're going to tell you that your success is going to look like this. Drop a 1 in the chat box if you've seen this before. They're saying success look like this. If you've seen that before, success look like that, drop a 1 in the chat box. If you've seen a meme or anything that say success looks like this, just all over the place. Perfect. So everybody's seen this before. I'm here to tell you that that's a damn lie. Excuse my French. Your success should not look like this. Your success only looks like this when you don't know where you are going. But when I know where I'm going, how can my success look like this? Because watch this. If I know where I'm going, if I know that I'm at point A and I want to go to point P, what's the quickest way, Brittany Burrell, what's the quickest way to get somewhere? Is it like this, A, or a straight line? B, A or B, straight line. B is straight line, this is A. Do you get somewhere quick going in a straight line or B? Or A? The answer is B. You have to go in a straight line. So right here, I'm at point A. I just started in IML. I just started. I don't know what to do, but I know where it is that I want to go. I want to go master trader / chairman 10. We're going to use both of those. So if that's where I want to go, this is how it should look. I just get started and boom, somebody tells me I'm not going to have success. Okay, that knocks me off my track a little bit. I'm like right here. I come back up. Somebody else tells me I'm going to win. So I'm still here. I'm still even kill. Something good happens. I'm up here. Something bad happens. I'm right here. Something good happens. I'm up here. Something bad happens. I get right here, but I come right back because I know I want to get over here. And if I mess up my track by another company, if I mess up my track by letting people annoy me, if I mess up my track by complaining about the process, if I continue to say this is not going to work for me, if I continue to allow people to bother me, if I continue to listen to people tell me that I'm not good enough, I'm not qualified, you're going to go back to right where you started at. All because you don't know where you're going. But once you know exactly where you're going, man, listen, you go. You hear the noise, you hear the fluff, but you get flustered, but it doesn't bother you, and you get there because you know where you're going. When I'm up here, my success only looks like this when I don't know where I'm going. I'm bouncing around from companies. I'm bouncing around from businesses to businesses. I don't have a plan. I'm bouncing around from strategy to strategy. I'm recruiting people this way one week. I'm recruiting this way another week. So I don't know where I'm going. But once I know where it is that I'm going, once I have a vision, once I got something that's pulling me to do it, because here's the deal. People right here have to be pushed. People right here, you got to be pushed to move people like this into action because they don't know where they want to go. So something or somebody got to push them into action. But the person that knows where it is that they want to go, guess what happened? The promise on the other side pulls them. Yeah, come here, Ebony. Come over here. Come here, get me. I'm success. Come get me. Yeah, AB, come over here. Martez Spearman, come over here. I see you grinding. I see you killing it. When you know where you're going, the promise is going to pull you, so you don't have to be pushed anymore. But people up here that don't know where they're going, they got to be pushed. People up here that don't got a vision, they got to be pushed. But the person that's right here that knows, man, right now I'm a 21-year-old college student, and by 22 years old, I need to be making 10 G's a month. They know where they're going. I'm a single mom. I got 2 kids. Listen, if I don't make a way for my kids are going to go through the same thing that I went through. So listen, I know where it is that I'm going. I need to go from here to here. Man, that's success. Knowing where you at and knowing where you want to go. That's all success is. But see, here's the deal. This is what's crazy. Watch this, and I'm going to bring it home for you right now. I'm going to bring it home for you. This person right here knows where they're going, right? And we understand that success, the quickest way to get somewhere is a straight line. Point A to point B. Point A to point P. So what happens is, since this person knows where they want to go, and this person understands the challenges that are going to be presented along the journey, because they understand that challenges aren't meant to, put you down. Challenges are meant to change you and force you to grow. That person understands that. So what flusters this person does not fluster this person. So that's why their success seems like it happened overnight. That's why their success seems like it was faster than yours, because you were complaining, or somebody was complaining. This person went through the process and then complained. This person went through the process with a happy and grateful attitude. This person went through the process with the faith to believe that something was already done. So while you was up here playing games, this person was working. So when you were still right here playing games, running in damn circles, this person is right here on the way to the promise because they didn't complain. My God, they didn't complain. They knew that if I'm here on this earth in this business, I have to be a success. If I'm here on this earth, I'm still breathing. There is something I'm supposed to be doing. If I'm here and my eyes work, I can speak out of my mouth. I can hear in my ears. I can smell out of my nose. I got a mind that works. I wake up every day and I don't know what I'm going to do. That is a tragedy. That, my friend, is a tragedy. A tragedy to wake up every single day with a mouth that you can speak with, ears that you can hear with, eyes that you can see with, a nose that you can smell with, a mind that functions, a brain that processes information, fingers that work, arms that move, legs that allow you to walk, the ability to drive, walk, talk, you have all of these abilities. And you mean to tell me you don't know where you want to go? Wow. You mean to tell me you don't know where you want to go, and that's why your success is looking like this. And all you did was complain about the process, complain about somebody else's success, complain about nobody's helping you, complain, while this person is putting in the work. That's success, a straight line. If they think that this, man, listen, and oh my God, I can go on and on about this, but here's the deal, guys. Your success should be a straight line because you should know where you want to go. And you shouldn't allow things along the journey to make you reroute your GPS, make you reroute where you want to go. You shouldn't allow pit stops. You shouldn't allow a flat tire. You shouldn't allow getting off at the wrong exit. You shouldn't allow all of this crap of you get pulled over for a headlight being out. You shouldn't allow all of these challenges to make your success look like this. Because here's the deal. Every person that I know right now that is successful, their success looks like this. Whether they're in the NFL or they're an entrepreneur. I don't know anybody that was bouncing around emotional roller coasters about their success. They knew where they wanted to go and they did everything they could do to get it. And most people, 95% of the people that I know, guess what they had? They had a receipt of where they wanted to go. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the receipt, the evidence of things not seen. So once you know where you want to go, you have written it down. Action follows true faith. So I don't have to hear, well, I got to put in the work. You got to put in the work. Absolutely. Action follows true faith. We're not going to just sit on our butt and just face our way to success. Absolutely we are, but absolutely we're not. If you have true faith, if you know exactly where you want to go, and you got the faith to believe that's where you want to go, activity is going to follow. And if you're telling yourself right now, man, I want to go chairman 10, I want to become a trader. Well, somewhere along your GPS of 2019, there has to be a pit stop in Black Hollywood. So we're going to write Black Hollywood right there. There has to be a pit stop in Atlanta. If you want to become successful in IML, it has to be a pit stop in Black Hollywood, January 18th and 19th, 2019. You got to be in the seats. You got to be around the people that are believing. You got to be around the people that have the faith. You got to be around the people that's building a business. You got to be around the people that's trading and making money every single day. And if you ask them, man, was your success like all over the place? Or was it more so a straight line you knew where you wanted to go? And every single one would tell you they knew where they wanted to go. And that's why you see people that have success their first 2 years in entrepreneurship, their first 3 years, their first 4 years, right? You see people having success in that 3 to 5 year window because over that course of time, they made up in their mind where they wanted to go. That's all success is. Your journey as a master trader is just making up your mind that you're going to become a master trader. That is it. Because once your mind is made up, nothing can stop you. Nothing. Once you've made up in your mind that you're going to follow the same exact steps as Brittany Burrell to become a master trader. You want to know what she did? She locked herself in a room for like 120 days and just focused, just work. Are you committed? Can you be committed that long? Man, that's the question. We understand you want to become a chairman 10. We know that you want to become a master trader, but can you commit to the process even though it may not be a result on the other side? That's the question. Because anybody can, oh my God, this one just came to me. Anybody can be committed. Ebony, watch this. Ebony, anybody can be committed when they're sitting behind an air-conditioned room. Anybody can be committed when they're sitting on the couch. Anybody can be committed when it's all peachy and rosy. Anybody can be committed when the swipe trades and the teacup is going well. But can you be committed if teacup wasn't here? Will you be committed if you blow every single account? Will you be committed if it's not sunshiny and peachy outside? My question for you is, can you stand the rain? Can you stand the rain? Because if you can stand the rain, that what you're telling yourself is, what you're telling the gang is that you can be committed to the process without being emotionally attached to the result. Most people are only committed to IML because they believe that if I do this for 3 months, I can make $100 a day. But can you do it if 3 months has passed and you're still not making $100 a day? Can you still continue the process? Most people can't. Most people can't continue the process after the first 145 hits them. And that 145 then becomes bigger than their dream. That'll preach. The 145 becomes bigger than your dream. So is your dream, the vision that you put down over here? Listen, let me ask you a question. Is it worth paying 145 about 3 times if you had to? Just 3 times. If you had to pay 145 4 times, is it worth it to get to the promised land? Because here's the deal. If you don't pay it, what else you gonna do? What were you doing before you paid the 195? That's probably what you're gonna be doing after. So I'd rather just pay it just to see what could be on the other side, man. Because here's the deal. Everybody has 2 doors that they're gonna walk through, or they have the choice to walk through. You can walk through the door of the known, or you can walk through the door of the unknown. Door of the known is everything you currently already know. 9 to 5, check the check, man. Just have enough to do 2 or 3 vacations a year. It's just not what I want. But since I'm familiar, watch this. Since I'm familiar with everybody that has gone through that door, I'm going to walk through that same door. The reason people fail in life is because they conform. And they conform to the wrong percentage group. What if you conform to the percentage group that went through the opposite door? All right? What if you conform to that percentage group that not only went through the door to see what could potentially be on the other side? Because right now, if you've only been in IML for like a month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, all you're doing right now is tipping on the patio to see what's out there. That's all you're doing. You walk through door number 2, you invested $195, but now you're just peeking off the patio to see what's out there. We'll know if you're here for the long run after you've been here 6 months, 8 months, 10 months, 12 months. You've been through challenges. And once you've been through for quite some time, once you've been through, you're officially you're walking down the path of the unknown. And down the path of the unknown, it's the complete opposite of what you know. Everybody that you know in door number 1 is living check to check, just got enough money for the weekend. And by the 23rd of the month, they're scrapping for 7 to 8 days just to have enough to provide to get to the next month. That's what you know through the door number 1. Door number 2, listen, it's the unknown. And that's why so many people are scared to commit walking down the path of the door of the unknown, because they don't know anybody that's been down that path. And familiarity breeds contempt. Because I'm content with door number 1, because I'm familiar with door number 1. I know everybody that walked through door number 1. I'm going to continue to walk through door number 1. Matter of fact, I'm going to walk through door number 2, chill on the patio, look out and see who's out there. And then I'm going to get comfortable. I'm going to go back to where I came from and walk back through door number 1 and walk down the path. Here's what I want you to understand. God doesn't show you anything that you can't have. He wouldn't expose you to something that you can't have. Exposure is intended to igniting you an appetite for more. Write that down. Exposure is intended to igniting you an appetite for more. You were shown people making $10,000 a month. You were shown people that were master traders. You were shown people that are supplementing their income. He showed you that to show you that you can have it. He's not going to show you that to say, yeah, AJ, yeah, I'm going to show you that I did it for my son, my daughter over there, but I ain't going to do it for you. Man, everybody got the same grace. You just got to have the faith to believe that you can have it. Because he's showing it to you so you can have a physical representation. Back to the physical representation. Once you have a physical representation of what can potentially happen, it doesn't take faith anymore. It just takes belief. Faith is believing in something that you cannot see. Belief has everything to do with what you choose to believe, what's in front of you, guys. And I'm telling you, what you want to do after tonight is, first of all, write down January 18th and 19th and commit to being there, because you have to be there. It's a part of the journey to success in 2019. Why? Because we just put it there. It's there. You can't, if you're committed to going to church, becoming a master church, changing your life, you got to be here, because you may not be around anybody that's changing their life right now. You may be around the same boys from the block. You may be around the same girls that's from the hair salon. You may be around the same students that you're around at college every single day. So you got to get around people that are changing their life to the higher degree, playing the game of life on a higher level than you. So you want to write down those dates and make sure you commit to being there. And then also continue to write down the vision for 2019, what you expect to have in your life, and get that receipt of proof and carry it with you every single day. Put it in your wallet. Put it in your purse. So anytime the process begins to annoy you, you can pull out that promise for your life. You can pull out that vision for your life. And you know that's your receipt for something already being on the way. Just like the shoes we talked about at the beginning of the call. So with that being said, guys, that's the ending of the call. I love you all. I'm glad to be back. I'm sure you guys felt the energy. It's about to be a lit 2019. We're entering a season called Bamboo Season. And everybody that's connected to this organization will grow if you have the faith to believe it. So with that being said, I will see you guys next week. Drop something in the chat box that you learned from the call. I love you all. If you need me, call me. I will see you guys in a group chat. Have a safe week. God bless you, your family, and your dreams. Good night.